Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Letting Me Silly podcast coming to you with episode 1. In episode 1, I'm talking about the megaprison that was just built in El Salvador. El Salvador is the tiniest country in America now, and it has the biggest prison in all America. That right there is ironic, but it's more just more of a black comedy is the celebration, the unveiling, the inauguration, the inauguration of this prison like it's a university or a hospital. No, it's a prison, and everyone is celebrating it like it's a good thing. And then first off, this thing right here looks like it'll house Magneto. Now, this shit looks like fucking Magneto is in there, or in the X-Men. It is really a piece of work that they have done with that prison. And there are so many layers that needs to be unscrewed here to the masses that no one knows but the people that live inside there. And first of all, and I like cryptos, but as far as it goes, it's been a disaster in terms of the appliance of it, the applicable use of it. No one is using it. No one understands it. It is very small niche of people, and then the banks are prohibiting people from taking their money out of Bitcoin. So you can't even sell it. You can't even sell it. So there are so many problems here that is not being addressed. Chiva is a failure. The crime rate has not gone down compared to what people think. And then it's almost like the government has become part of the goons in the country. Because what the gangsters were doing down there is what the government's doing down there. And it's like, oh, what is that? They are, first of all, if you even have any tattoos that resemble anything that has to do with a gang, you're going away. And your parents and your family might go away. So that's one thing. So what does that mean? That means lots of people are going away to these jails. There's over 60,000 people that have been incarcerated. Not all of them are gang members solely. That's what the people don't. That's what they don't see. That's what they don't hear. And then these people are like, people champion all these things where they say the gang members are not being fed because they think like here in America how people have access to all this stuff. Well, it's a whole different ballgame. It's because this is affecting the same people that are being taken away. That the same people, and then these people are dying in these prisons. And mind you, these are not gang members. These are everyday people that have been sent to these, because all it takes is a phone call and you're gone. This is like a real life gulag. So people die and the government is burying them in clandestine graves, not notifying anybody, not notifying the family or anything. And that's what the gang members have been doing this whole time in Nayib Bukele's presidency. he had reached a deal with them to lower the crime rate, and by lowering the crime rate, it's it is not by killing people in broad daylight, but instead of making them disappear, because a missing person is not a homicide. So theoretically, that person's not a crime statistic, because that person is deemed missing. So it mean that person is alive somewhere. Maybe he just left town. Maybe he immigrated. Maybe he just doesn't want to be found. But everyone knows most those people are dead. So pretty much, if you go away, if you leave home and you don't come back, and you're missing, you're dead. Everyone's just gonna assume you're dead. And that's what they haven't been telling people. That's what people that are here and that they say they champion Nayib Bukele and they love him, that's what they don't see. That's what they don't hear. That's what they're not telling you. So it's because they are out of touch, and in order to save face and appear like everything is great, they're telling you, they're just going with what they're seeing and saying, yeah, it's great. Yeah, Nayib Bukele, he's a good president. But this is the truth. This is the truth. That the crime rate never stopped, the homicides never stopped. Just the people, the method of execution changed. People stopped being murdered in broad daylight. They, like how it used to be back then in the Wild Wild West. It's not like that. It's people are just, they're being kidnapped and then you're just never heard from again. So those are some things I wanted to touch on. For just any, you're not gonna hear, you don't hear about this. You don't hear about this anywhere. But just mostly in real reports, and you talk to the locals, that's what they'll tell you. What's going on is that this president is a master in PR. He has connections, and he's pulled in a huge PR charade over the people, over the world, where he's convinced everyone through PR that things are good, but it's not. And people are starting to be afraid, but and who knows what the future holds. But yeah, that's the truth about the coolest dictator ever. And we'll see what the future holds. I should touch more on some other things, but I really wanted to touch on that. I mean, just look. You see for God's sakes, I mean, the unveiling of a prison was broadcast on live TV or on TV on the news channel, and then everything is so choreographed to look like propaganda, and then nothing has come down economically. No jobs have been created. That's where you see someone can tell you that things are glorious and everything's different, but jobs haven't been created. Prices of pretty much inflation is through the roof still to this day. So that's what those are the things you need to see. The standard of living has not improved at all. It's only gotten worse. Everything's only gotten more expensive. Everything's gotten even more harder. Like, they have closed down many municipalities that are crucial for everyday paperwork, birth certificates, land registrations, cars. They have closed numerous of them down. Well, sorry, when I'm outside, it's like around 20 degrees, so yeah, that's what it is. And this is the first one, so I'm talking to a phone. I'm watching the audio, and I wanted to share this with everyone. When making this YouTube channel, and mostly we had ideas with a few friends, but it's like at the same time, everyone, when you do this, it's like you have to be able to carry your own voice, make your own voice heard by yourself. You shouldn't need anyone else to be by your side. That's just a compliment. Compliment the podcast.